So I'm going to be explaining the transfer from function. So please pay attention, right? So let's take this first account as Ken's account. So we're going to do Ken question. So this first account is going to be the account for Ken, and second account is going to be the account for. Let's take the second account to be the account for Sam. Okay. So let's go through this note. So Ken and Sam are friends. Ken has 100 MTK tokens, right? Sam needs to borrow 500 MTK tokens urgently from Ken. Ken agrees to lend Sam 500 tokens, right? Sam then needs to call the transfer from function from the MTK smart contract, which is this our contract here. So he will be able to deduct from Ken's balance of 100 MTK tokens. So what this transfer from function literally does is that it allows Sam here to be able to take from Ken's balance on Ken's behalf. Ken is not going to be transferring any token. It's Sam that will be able to take from Ken's balance. So for this scenario, for Sam to be able to take from Ken's balance, let's read. For this function to work, Ken, who is the owner of the 100 MTK tokens, listen carefully. Ken, who is the owner of the 100 MTK tokens, needs to call the approve function to enable Sam to withdraw from his balance. So, Ken now, who owns the 100 MTK tokens, needs to approve Sam. You need to say, okay, Sam, look at, I'm going to approve this so amount for you to be able to spend. You can't spend more than this amount. So this is where the approve function comes in. So Ken, who is the owner of the 100 tokens, need to approve Sam to spend on Ken's behalf. So let's deploy and see this in a practical way. So the first account is Ken's account. So the second account is Sam's account. So Sam is the one that is going to be calling the transfer from function. So firstly, Ken here, which is the first account, needs to approve Sam to be able to spend 500 tokens that he wants to borrow. So we are going to take the address of Sam, which is our borrower. Then we'll go to the approve function. Then the approve function, then we'll now paste Sam's account. Then with the amount we want him to be able to spend, which is 500 tokens, right? So we'll now transact. You can see the transaction went successfully. So for us to, let's check, we can see, let's go to our allowance to see the allowance that Sam is allowed to spend. So the allowance takes into parameters the owner and the spender, which is Sam. So you can see now, Sam is allowed to spend only 500 tokens. So let's now change our account to Sam's account. So let's read through. For this function to work, Ken, who is the owner of the 100 MTK tokens, okay, needs to call the approve function. We have already done that to enable Sam to withdraw from his balance. So Ken calls the approve function and approves Ken to spend 500 MTK tokens from his balance. So we have already approved. So Sam's allowance is now 500 tokens, which is this. You can see Sam's allowance is now 500 tokens. So after the approve function was called successfully, Sam goes ahead and calls the transfer from function. So let's go ahead and call the transfer from function. The transfer from function is going to be taking 3 parameters. It's going to be taking our owner, then our spender, which is Sam, then the amount 500. So we must we must be in our second account, which is Sam's account. So let's transact and see if our transaction went successfully. You can see our transaction went successfully. You can see the events. You can see. Yeah, you can see the from. You can see to and value. So let's see the balance of Sam. Let's see if Sam balance have been incremented successfully. So you can see Sam has 500 tokens now. So very important, let's check the allowance. Let's see how many allowance is remaining. If Sam still have any allowance left, I don't think so. I don't think he will be having any. So he doesn't have any left. He has already spent the allowance given to him by Ken. So after the approve function was called successfully, Sam goes ahead and calls the transfer function. The transfer is successful and Sam now has 500 tokens. So the transfer function basically works in a very simple and understandable ways, and it is used mostly by decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, PancakeSwap for swaps. You approve the router address to be able to swap your tokens on your behalf. Then the router address takes some tokens and adds to your balance, and yeah, that's how it works. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.